Hi all, welcome to Paint Club. I hope you are all well. I'm joined once again by my good friend the Badger. How are you today?
Pretty good. Furiously preparing. English.
Furious.
The rest of the models were done under coat, so.
Excellent.
Because I was dumb and I didn't do it before.
So what are you painting today, Mr. Badger?
I will be painting me some necrons, and the style of necrons I will be painting are called death marks. So
Nice.
Sniper boys.
Well, I'm going to be continuing on with this glorious bastard, the Leman Russ. I'm going to put the tank tracks on today. I'm going to try and put the weapons on, but I need to paint them first. I'm going to be painting them on the sprue. Shock horror. So, let's begin. How has your week been, good sir?
My week has been pretty good, actually.
Nice.
Did all the good things, though I did end up getting told off by my landlady.
Oh no, what happened?
We missed an appointment with the gas man in order to do the boiler checks, which are kind of necessary so that I don't suffocate myself or blow up the house.
That's basically my job in my place, although I do the electrics. So I tell people off when they don't have their electric check. Yes.
Do you enjoy being off?
It's okay. It's not the biggest crime in the world as long as you let them in soon, because otherwise they can take legal action against you.
You can.
Yes, and they will. Trust me, they fucking will. Because the alternative is the government takes legal action against them, and they don't want that. Right, okay. I think there's a bit of paint left in this brush. I need to get hold of some of those plastic brushes, man. I really do.
Synthetic brushes.
Yeah, I think I need to do that.
I think both of us essentially need to go out to the hobby shops and that, find ourselves like a regular supply of cellulose thinner, to be honest, because that really does lift the paint out of the bristles. So you just take a little dibbity dab of it. Well, I say dibbity dab, a little pour of it in a well ventilated room, by the way, because it is some pungent stuff.
Yeah.
And then just soak your brush in it for about a minute or so, and you'll see the stuff turn.
Whatever colour it is.
Whatever colour's in your bristles, it's usually black by the end of it, because it takes everything off the bristles.
Yeah. I must admit, I in the past have. Hello, friend. How are you? How your two favourite Warhammer paintings doing tonight? Don't tell your daughters that. Bloody hell.
Yes.
I am good. How are you, Badger?
I am fine.
Excellent. So, what have you been up to, other than getting told off by your landlady?
Well, to be honest, work's been alright.
That's good.
Been good. Been on a few more outings with the finest lady person.
Yep. He's got to say that now you're here.
Oh, she watch. Other than that, last night, well, I say last night, this morning,
Yeah.
I essentially stayed up until stupid o'clock in the morning, finishing off my one part of the commission. So all the deck are done. Just got the Stormcast left.
So you've been a lot of socialising, Warhammer painting, and not letting gas men in.
Yes. Oops, I knocked my paint off.
Well, I know one thing that you did this week, because it was with me. We played yesterday a lot of MechWarrior 5. I did not mean for that stream to go on so long. That was so fun.
But it happened.
Oh man, that game is amazing. I love it. MechWarrior 5 is the perfect mix between the action of MechWarrior Online and the engaging and engrossing campaign off BattleTech. It is the perfect game for me. It's everything I wanted out of both of those two games, but never got. And I'm so pleased with it. It was a pretty long stream, but it was good though. Oh, thank you so much, Fern. And also,
disappointing things I had with the game itself was the fittings. I thought it was going to be a bit more flexible than it was.
Yeah, a little bit of flexibility would not hurt that game.
The problem with the fittings on the game isn't how inflexible they can be. That is a bit of a pain in the arse. But what it does is it essentially renders certain variations of mechs, like certain chassis types, garbage.
Yeah.
They just don't have the firepower to essentially work.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I'm sure there's ways to cheese them, but you shouldn't have to cheese them, you know.
I was going to say, it's got a mod community.
Yeah.
The likelihood is somebody will have created a mod that gives it the MechWarrior Online.
Flexibility.
Which means then you can have some pretty horrifically monstrous things.
Yeah, man. An alpha striking Jaeger mech that does 1,000,000 damage. But yeah, thank you so much for sticking with us yesterday, Fern. I know it went on a little long, but I could not stop playing that. That was fun. Do you know what we ended? And I was saying after we finished streaming, I was thinking about wanting to play that game. Even then, I just it's.
Like, I want to play more of that game.
I do. I want to play. I want to be playing it right now, but I can't.
You are the best.
Excellent. The less we know about your beans, the better. Fern. That's for Badger to know and for me never to find out.
I said nothing. Okay.
I can turn anything into a day joke.
Feel free.
Feel free.
Feel free.
Feel free, boy. Right, I'm painting the tyre tracks right now because I want to get them on. I think I'm going to feel better once these tyre tracks are done, that I've actually made some progress then. Then it's literally just guns. Do it, boy.
Guns.
How is Fern today? How are you? Are you painting along with us tonight, or have you got the young guns painting? I believe that one of your young guns has done a stop motion animation using Warhammer figures, which I'd like to see myself, because stop motion's cool.
It is. The fact that the bands can do that is pretty amazing.
It's impressive, yeah?
Because I don't know where to even bloody start.
Yeah, exactly. I have once again forgotten to get some toilet roll or kitchen roll, so I'm going to use an old piece which is covered in blood from a nosebleed I had the other day. Fun times.
God.
Huh? Blood for the blood god, yes. Yes, she's yeah, she has. She'll post it in the group, but not for putting it on the Twitch. Okay. Yeah, just send it directly to me. I'll check it out after the stream. Oh, self-conscious with the things. To be honest, I completely understand. I'll tell you what, I'm just gonna shove just Badger Cam on, and then I will run and get some kitchen roll.
All you're watching me doing is magic fingers here.
Magic fingers. Does he have magic fingers, Fern?
Magic fingers. Sticking things together. I'm gonna need some more glue at some point. So I really don't like these. But I mean, it's supposed to have a little metal tube as well, but I've always find that metal tube bungs up instantly. There is like no way of stopping it. from gunking up. Now, once I get these legs on, whoops, I can actually start working on some of the other parts. So,
Right.
what I've got to do with these guys is I've got to work by hope, because I can't remember where the instruction manuals are.
Work by hope.
Panic!
Panish!
Panic! Panic!
Indeed. Right, we are back. Right, I'm going to turn my camera down a bit so you can see me working on stuff. You can also see the Magnus crate that I polished off over the weekend.
Those sweet man titties?
Sweet man titties! Man cleave.
I'm already...
Thank you so much, Fern. No one's getting hot and bothered over any of this. Right, let's go. It's only 6 seconds. Oh, I mean, that I'm sure that 6 seconds probably took about 6 hours to do. Such is the way with that sort of animation. It took ages, yeah. I'm not surprised, and I'm still impressed that she even did it. God, when I was her age, what was I into?
Hogs, probably.
Yeah. Whatever it wasn't anything creative. What age is she actually? I can't remember. It's fairly young, isn't it? It's not secondary school age or anything. Or is it? I don't think so. Effie's 10. Yeah, that's pre-secondary school. What was I doing then? Jeez. I think I was just taping Radio City on a cassette player and trying to get rid of the ads.
Like everybody else.
Yeah.
Just hope for the best. And,
I tell you what I was doing. In between like building Meccano and Lego, I was using my Talk Boy to record farts and play them back at my sister, and that was my job as a brother, just to annoy my sister with fart noises
constantly.
Yeah.
See, I didn't need no Talk Boy to annoy my brothers with fart noises.
Oh, it's nice to have a recording just in case you can't summon one, you know.
That is very true. And the wonders of mobile technology have made that so much easier to perform.
Yeah. I mean, all you need to do is drink a fridge milkshake and just 40 minutes later and you're away.
Dude, at this point in time, it doesn't need to be fridge milkshake.
It just needs to be anything with any lactose in it.
It's just milk.
God, milk.
Milkshake. But luckily, I've been very, 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 very nice, very, very pleasant.
Well, yeah.
And I have not flatulated in front of my fine lady friend.
Yeah, just don't feed them anything with milk or cheese in it, Fern.
Oh, cheese is good. Cheese is life.
Cheese is life, but it's also full of the dairy.
Dangerous. Dangerous.
Yeah. It's danger food. Okay, I think I'm nearly fully done with that.
There is most certainly a possibility that I am definitely lactose intolerant. But only in the flatulence.
Sorry, did you just say a possibility? I can absolutely guarantee it, sir. You are... There is something that breaks inside of you. Some part of you dies when lactose goes inside of you, and it comes out in a gaseous form that can knock out heavy animals of burden. Heavy beasts of burden will be knocked out by the vile spewing. Like seriously, we used to play D&D together, and he once had a double fridge milkshake incident where basically everyone had to leave the room. It was that bad.
And I was sitting by an open window as well. So
Yeah.
it was even worse.
And this is like a bunch of like 5 or 6 like sweaty boys who one of whom smelled very strongly of vinegar for some reason.
Is that Dell?
Yes, I think he had a lot of pickled onions.
That's because he, whenever he had like fish and chips, it
Yeah.
was just destroyed.
Yeah.
Vinegar.
And so even we couldn't handle it. Beware, feed him cheese at your own risk.
Bless you.
Cheese forever.
Indeed, cheese forever.
Just be warned. Don't say I didn't warn you. Isn't it great when your girlfriend is watching a stream you're on and your friends take great pride in telling her these kind of things?
Totally understandable.
Go out with a streamer who has a podcast style show, then they'll never be able to keep a secret. That's it. Right. Got a little bit more black to go. Not too much. We need more than that. Fucking hell. Come on. BRB, no worries, phone.
Got you in a bit.
Catch you in a bit, yeah. Going to remove the cheese from the fridge.
Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of touch up on these models.
And on Fern's couch if she doesn't remove the fridge.
Dun, dun, dun. It's actually going to take a bit longer than I thought.
Mm.
As much as everything is silver with a touch of blue for these guys. Getting all these these like energy spheres.
Yeah.
Needs to take a bit longer than I thought.
I mean, how long could it be? Could it really take to get tank tracks done? Apparently, oh my god! I've just spotted 2 more little pieces. Ah, I hate this so much.
Well, at least you found them now before you started sticking the tank.
Yes, I know. I know. It doesn't help me.
Start sticking things together and be like, why is there a gap?
Yeah. It would have been that like one piece gap as well that would make me question whether I've like something's pinged off.
Or you've accidentally clipped it a bit short.
Yeah. To be fair, I think you'd do well to clip it short, but like in exactly the right way so it would stick together. All right.
Thought I'd get myself something different painted this week since technically I'm classing this like a treat because since I've done another part of that commission.
Yeah, I was tempted to paint something different, but then I just want to get this tank finished.
You have started it, therefore it must.
Exactly.
And then you can paint the last 4 of your Imperial Fist squad.
Yeah, and then I can start on the next Imperial Fist squad because I've bought those models. Payday's this week as well, so I need to decide what I'm buying as my next purchase.
Sadly, payday is a long way away from me.
Oh, has it just been?
At least 2 weeks.
You're in that midpoint where it's you've spent all your money, but it's not close enough to be hopeful.
Oh no, I was actually worrying about it. I was actually worrying that I was going to have to spend more because when the gas men were out and that. My landlady had a bit of a word with me.
Yeah.
She said if there was any kind of call-out charges, I would be the one who would have to foot the bill.
Does she use a sort of a handyman service or a contractor?
It's the contractors essentially.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, yeah, I understand that. I'll take that, that bill because.
While secretly thinking, oh no.
I don't know how much is it going to cost. Oh, please don't be too much. Please don't be anything. Because it would be very, very tight if I'd have done that.
Well, I think we've just about made it. She had to replace a tyre. The couple of days, I think it was yesterday actually. Or was it Saturday? Can't remember. But anyway, either way, she had a bit of a panic. She had a flat, and it was 93 quid.
Yeah, sometimes they can be very, very expensive.
Yeah.
And most of it might not necessarily be the tyre itself that's the cost, but the realignment that you've got to have when you change it.
Yeah, it's. I had to go to the bank of mum and dad for the first time in years. And my dad bailed us out until payday, which was nice of him. Right, we are going to do. We've done the black. Next, I'm going to do the lead belcher, or bolt gun metal, as it should be called. Just mixing that white up, nice and good.
Quickly check something before I moved on, because I wasn't certain whether or not the inside of the ribs on these things had green paint or not. But they do.
That's good. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know.
We are good at the English.
Yes.
We really are.
We use our England well. Okay, so I'm just going to paint the little knobs there, and the little.
As I remember that one glorious scammers conversation, I am also the English.
I am the English.
I am also English. Now give me bank details. I will send you pictures of many things.
Including my penis.
Somebody else's penis.
Not attached to somebody else.
Just there, in the middle of the road.
Yeah. Like that picture where someone dropped the end of a flashlight on the floor, and someone took a picture on Twitter. It's like, I think someone dropped a fanny.
Nice.
This is already like the look. I haven't got my fucking camera thing open. I said before we went live I need to open the camera thing, and I didn't, did I? Because I'm an idiot. An idiot.
Because you are busy with other things.
Look at how much more detail I've got on these fucking tank track pieces there already. Just a little bit of metal, and that plate is now it's the grey. And the tank tracks just look so much better with that extra detail. This is what I mean by this model is going to look so much better. It's going to put my other tank to shame. It's this extra effort I'm going to, and I'm very happy that I'm doing it.
Oh, that's the best thing about it. As long as you are as long as you are happy with the outcome.
Yeah. I'm going to be happy with the outcome for this, but I'm going to be fuming that I didn't do it on the other one. And the reason I didn't do it on the other one was because it wasn't. I stuck it together before I started painting it, meaning I couldn't get access to all these bits. Well, I could, but it'd probably mean a lot more touch up.
That is something which I'm understanding quite well.
Yeah, but it's going to mean that they've got two models that look very different.
Well, not every tank is the same.
True. And just say that one's got filthy tracks. It's covered in mud or something.
Dirty tracks.
Dirty track.
Filthy tracks. Whoa.
Dirty old track.
Dirty old tank track. Right, let's talk. What else am I doing? What am I doing? Where am I going? Ah. Oh wait, that was a bit down missed. Excellent. But off. Oh good, I have all of the things done. Just the Stormcast left to do.
Excellent.
Even then, there's still a million of those.
Millionaires?
Yeah, I've got like about 30 models left to paint.
And then, well, if it's only 30 models, then you've at least got, 30 models to go until you don't have to do any more commissions ever again.
Final countdown, yo.
Yeah. Freedom.
And you say that, but I still also have all the other models that I need to paint for the body, as well as the beast snaggers.
Hey, Bibbo!
And now my kill team, and whatever's left of this box set, which was the Forgebane box set.
But that's all your stuff.
And yeah, and whatever's left of the Piety and Pain box set.
You're painting for yourself, so that makes all the difference. How are you today, Mr. Bibbo Baggins? El Stevio?
How do, good sir? How is your sexy boy doing?
It is going good. I am currently putting way more detail than I have to on some tank tracks, which is making me a happy boy. Because it's going to make the model look just that little bit more impressive. It's that little touch of class.
A little touch of ass.
Touch of the ass, boy.
Right, now.
He's good. I'm good. How are you, Badger?
I am grand.
Yes. He is. Mr. Badger is painting some necrons. I am continuing on with my tank.
Thought he had Tomb Kings in space.
Oh yeah. I think I got you there early. I predicted your message. Yeah. Currently just painting these tracks. If all I get done today is these fucking tracks, I'm going to be fuming. But I am taking a long time with them right now.
Well, I was going to say, I don't think it's going to be like 3 hours of you doing it.
Well, the stream's not 3 hours, is it?
2.5.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
How long have we been going? Half an hour. And I've honestly not made that much progress.
I need to pull myself in a bit further on. I've just realised that I'm not necessarily in the camera that often.
Oh no. See, I've not been watching you. Back? Well, but welcome back, phone. How was the whatever it was you were doing? Is the cheese well hidden?
De-cheesing the fridge.
De-cheesing the fridge. That's something you could mean for cleaning the fridge as well. If you've got a particularly cheesy fridge.
Very true. Very true indeed.
Indeed. So yeah, we've gone through what we've been playing. Have you been watching any animes this week? Or have you not had the time?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I did start watching with one called How the Realist Reformed the Kingdom.
That sounds like an interesting one. Ones with longer titles tend to be a bit weird. How is it?
It's good so far. I mean, we've only seen like the first 2, maybe 3 episodes of it.
Yeah.
but it's okay. Like it's got some really nice music as well. Like
Nice.
opening music, so it'll be entertaining. And I also watched was it the dungeon that only I can enter, which is equally as interesting, but a whole load more. Let's just say boobalicious.
Oh, okay. That sounds like something I might be interested in.
The main protagonist goes into the dungeon that only he can get into,
Okay.
and he finds somebody caught, like a missus caught in a trap, who transfers some abilities over to him. And the abilities essentially are you can make skills, but it uses something called LP. And LP, of course, stands for love points.
Nice.
So in order to gain love points, he needs to do touchy-feely squeezy things.
Beardbird's been rewatching Hellsing. Now, is it Hellsing or is it Hellsing Ultimate? Because there is a big difference, and I still need to figure out which version is on Netflix, because I know there is a version on Netflix, but I don't know which version it is.
Probably Hellsing Ultimate, but also yes, watching Trinity Blood.
Yes, Trinity Blood. We watched that in our anime society, didn't we?
We did watch that in the Anime Society, and it was one of the better ones that we watched.
Ultimate, of course. Fern's been plodding through her rewatch of Attack on Titan, which I watched what was on Netflix, which was like seasons 1 and 2, and then they sort of taught. I think it just stopped, and I know that there are more seasons, but I just haven't been able to find them. So, yeah.
Yeah, the majority of them are on like Funimation and Crunchyroll.
Yeah. Crunchyroll is coming to PlayStation Plus, so I will eventually, once that happens, be able to watch it. Yeah. Yeah, so I watched it while it was on Netflix, but it was only the first couple of seasons. So at some point I'll have to find a way to watch the rest. For some reason, getting hold of animes through nefarious means is a bit more difficult than most other things, because you have to worry about what subtitles you've got, and a lot of these subtitles are shit.
Spanish subtitles.
Well, yeah, and there was also I got season 3 of Food Wars, and the sound was like not synced with the video, which kind of sucked a bit.
I think one of my favourite ones that I saw was essentially I think it was one of the Chinese ones.
Oh yeah.
And it really throws you how different the style of language that they use is.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like, oh, it's another anime, and then it's just like blah 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 blah, and I was like, what?
Do you know? Here's a fun, interesting thing. I did not know that Chinese and Japanese share a language. There's like 3 different languages. Oh yeah! Thank you so much for the bits there, Mr. Baggins. Oh, hang on. Fern's got Funimation and Crunchyroll. F has been watching Promised Neverland and My Hero Academia. Oh, My Hero Academia. That's one that I need to get hold of as well. I've watched seasons 2 and 3 of that. Seasons 1 and 2, sorry, of that. I need to get hold of season 3 somehow.
It is still good, but when it comes to Promised Neverland,
yeah.
Promised Neverland is a very sort of stressy, depressy one.
Yeah. Sorry, I was talking about Chinese and Japanese, wasn't I? But yeah, apparently they share an alphabet basically called kanji, and both peoples can speak it, but there's it's obviously very differently. You know, there's very different dialects in both countries. But apparently, if you know kanji, you can read most mangas in both Japanese and Chinese. You can sort of get the gist of what's being said.
Yeah. It is a case that both of those languages have that root.
Yeah, and it's more of a it's not really letters. Each of the symbols have meaning. behind them, and that's sort of how you can understand generally the general rule of form of what's being said, but obviously not the actual words.
Yep. You can always get the inflections.
Yeah. Which I think is it's really interesting. It's a language that I'll never ever be able to learn. Don't get it mixed up with Hangul though. Hangul is South Korean, apparently. There you go. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
So should I get the topic list up and we start on a chat? Feel free to chuck topics at us, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you want us to have a chat about something that you're interested in.
You can watch as Dave generally knows about these things, and I sit in the corner and go, Google.
Come on, it depends on the topic. To be fair, if it's anime, that's you.
Phone activated.
And
As I said the magical words. I'm surprised the bloody little dot thing didn't activate and go, you're not connected to the Wi-Fi. As it usually does whenever I say something that moderately even sounds like the word that shall not be mentioned.
Yes. Fern can say two things in Korean which aren't food related. One is hello, and the other is thank you. She tried more Hangul, but it's a pain in the ass. I think all of those languages for sort of Latin languages, using the Latin alphabet or the Arabic alphabet, basically are Western tongues. All of these languages sort of have the same roots and the same alphabet. The further east you go, the weirder it gets, and it is very alien. It's a very alien way of writing and speaking that they have over there, and it means not only learning a language but a whole new system of language, the way that the language is constructed, which is why it's very difficult for someone such as myself who wasn't very good at French to learn any of it. I've learned some. Some sayings from anime, like arigato, baka, daijoubu, for it's going to be okay, all those sorts of things. The common ones. I knew a bit more back when I used to watch anime a lot. Like, I used to be able to sort of semi-understand what was being said without looking at any subtitles. But I can't do that anymore.
This just means you just gotta watch more anime.
Yeah. Tell you what I have been watching this week, and laugh at me if you must. I've been watching Celebrity MasterChef.
MasterChef's good though.
I know, man. I know. They had Bez from the Happy Mondays on it, and turn off if you're not as far ahead. If you're not up to date on it and you want to watch it, just mute me for a second. I just found it really interesting that Bez got knocked out on the party food round. Like during the round, like they were like joking, saying, your reputation would be shafted if you went out on the party food round." And he was like, "Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't be able to face anyone." And then he went out on the party food round.
So he's not going to be able to face anyone.
So that's fun. Oh man. So, what's happened this week then? Let's go on to the news. So the biggest one that I want to just say is the epic Apple lawsuit has finished. There is an outcome. And the outcome is the best possible outcome that could have happened for anyone. Both sides have heavily lost. Technically, Apple lost harder, and that's why most of the gaming press and the BBC have reported that Apple lost the lawsuit, because obviously someone definitively winning makes for a better headline, doesn't it?
Well, of course. So they did this and they succeeded.
But no. Oh no. Epic have lost big time as well. So basically what's happened is Epic failed to prove that Apple has a monopoly, which means that Apple doesn't have to get rid of its 30% sort of charge.
Yeah, for its publisher sort of charge.
Exactly. What was ruled though was that Apple is going to Apple legally now has to allow apps to be able to advertise payment sources outside of the Apple environment, meaning that Apple is going to lose out on billions of dollars of sales through their walled garden environment. Now, here's the kicker. Apple doesn't have to let Fortnite back onto Apple devices, meaning that Epic is going to lose out on potentially billions of dollars in sales through microtransactions in Fortnite.
Yep, that's going to hurt them a lot.
Yeah, so basically, Apple can just say, well, you're the one who kicked off on us, so fuck you. You're never coming back.
Deal with it, nerds.
Exactly. So that's a fun thing.
The nerds will deal with it.
Yeah. Basically, it's two faceless corporate entities kicking themselves in the dicks and nobody coming out really on top. Both companies are hurting bad after this, and it was an entirely wasted time. No one came out looking good, and I love it. It's the best fucking thing ever.
What did I paint by accident?
So yeah, Epic is it's appealing the outcome because obviously they want to go back onto Apple's platform, but they don't want to pay the 30% cut.
They're gonna have to.
Exactly, but they don't. I don't think Apple would let them on, even if they agreed to pay the 30% cut at this point. The blood is too bad at this stage. So yeah, that was a thing that happened, and I am there for it. It was hilarious. You know, I'll get the tweet from Jason Schreier up so that we can have a little looky see at this. Where did I put it?
Well, there.
Yeah, but there is a lot that goes on there. Oh, there we go. Okay, so here's what it says. So, Jason Schreier said, so Epic just lost just about every count and will have to pay millions, whilst Apple will now let apps use external payment processors, potentially costing them billions. Big win for everyone, blah, blah, blah. At least 3 major gaming sites currently have headlines up that say Epic won today, but to be clear, that is not true. Epic lost on all but one count. One that's far more significant to third-party developers, and has already said they're appealing the ruling. Epic wanted the judge to declare Apple a monopoly and force them to change their fees, which didn't happen. The judge ruled that Epic violated Apple's terms and did not rule that Fortnite must be reinstated to the App Store. This was a big loss for both. So there you go. That was probably the biggest story of the week, I'd say.
Certainly for the game industry.
Yeah. And I've just realised that I've got the wrong screen on.
Magical, Dave, magical.
Yeah, there you go. We're back. Haha. Right, the next story that happened, so the next thing that of importance that happened this week was the PlayStation showcase. Did you see any of that?
He did not. It's been a long time since I've seen any actual showcases of like consoles or games and stuff like that, because honestly it doesn't bother me anymore.
Yeah, I get what you mean. We're very much in the PC gaming environment at this point, aren't we?
Well, yes, for the most part. Not to say that I don't still have a love for the consoles, but
yeah,
it's just so much easier at the moment to just drop on a PC and
yeah. I will always declare my love for consoles of old. Do you know, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, those were the golden days of consoles for me. Since that point, it's been a bit... Basically, I think since the PS3 and Xbox 360 sort of era, console gaming's become a little bit more shifty.
I think that's purely down to the actual games that are out for them, really.
It's that, but it's also the fact that online connectivity became a very important thing at that point. Games just, started to get released without having to necessarily be finished.
Yeah. A lot of things are digital downloads and that. So as well as much as that's good because you can get your game right here, right now.
Yeah.
Half the time when you get the game, it's only half here, right now.
Yeah. And when the services are finished, it just gets switched off, meaning that half of the games on the Xbox 360 I don't think would be playable nowadays.
Yeah, they might have just stopped working because there's no access to things.
A lot of games had a DRM situation, so it could be a fully single-player game, but because there was DRM and the servers have been shut down, no dice.
Yep.
You can't play the game anymore. One of my favourite games that happened with was Mercenaries 2 on the 360. You had to play that game in offline mode, otherwise it would try and fail to connect to the DRM and would basically fail to work. And they never bothered to patch it out.
See, I always had an annoyance with Mercenaries 2, not because of the DRM and stuff like that. Because it kind of had a bit of a bow story.
It's supposed to have a bad story.
Essentially, all it ran down to was the fact that the big bad shot one of the main characters in the arm.
Yeah.
And it was his vengeance because he got shot in the arm.
Yes. That is what Mercenaries 2 was.
The first Mercenaries game was just better.
It was good. But it didn't have quite as much, variety of destruction. But then, Just Cause 3 came out and just was amazing. Well, okay, Just Cause 3 came out and was broken as fuck. And then eventually was amazing when hardware caught up. It got released on the PS3, I believe, and just would not run. Even on my old PC that wasn't particularly terrible, it wouldn't run. And it was a mixture of online DRM and bad coding that forced that.
I keep shutting it.
So in the news this week, you noticed something, and it is related to online services being shut down.
Eventually, after many years, the old, well, Jesus, now it is really old. The Eternal Crusade servers eventually went.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know what Eternal Crusade was, it was the major attempt of a 40k MMO.
Which ended up just being a third-person shooter and was terrible. It was a failed venture.
It was such a disappointment because it was along the same lines of a lot of promise, and it just didn't pay out. It just did not. It did not arrive.
It was the Star Citizen of the Warhammer universe.
I wish there was so much more done with it.
I wish I'd have gotten a refund. Fern played a little bit of the Warhammer MMORPG, but not the 40k one. Well, there hasn't been a 40k one, because Eternal Crusade eventually came out and wasn't what it promised to be.
Yeah, Eternal Crusade was looking to be the 40k version, and then it didn't.
Yeah, it delivered an entirely different game. It's essentially a third-person shooter that was just shit.
40k Warzone.
Yeah, it was just bad. It was a bad game for sad times.
And not a sad game for bad times.
Yeah. So yeah, it was just an unimaginative waste of space that deserves death and deserved to die on impact, honestly.
And at this point in time, it has finally gone the way that many other Warhammer games have gone.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, the fact that it lasted so long is a feather in its cap.
Was anyone actually playing it? I think they just had the servers on because it didn't cost them that much money to keep a server running. I honestly don't think anyone was actually playing it. I'd love to have seen the average player count for its lifetime. I bet it's below 5.
Surely they would still have the numbers up somewhere.
Yeah, probably. I might actually go and have a look at it at some point.
Just gotta get those statistics up, bruh.
Just absolute waste of time, that game. I've never been more angry buying a game in my life.
I think we might have stuck with it a bit more if the servers had been stable.
And if the game hadn't been shit.
Well, the game itself was pretty...
No, it wasn't. It was shit.
For the first-person shooter, well, I say first-person, for the third-person shooter part of it, it was a good basic game.
I disagree. It was shit. At the time when it came out, there were 1,000,001 much better third-person shooters, including Space Marine. This is the criminal thing. There is a better Warhammer 40k, third-person shooter game already out, and it was Space Marine, and that had a co-op game which was so much better than this.
I think they were just trying to essentially adapt that particular game mode into a much larger arena.
It was bad.
Essentially, the Space Marine version was like four player wave-based battle, and God, I love that.
Yeah.
So much.
Even if the connections were perfect and the servers were perfectly stable, I'd have given it a 4 out of 10. It was just it was dull, uninspired, boring shit. And an insult to the 40k license.
I just love running around with the plasma cannon.
So there you go, 2 different opinions on that. But we can have a little chat about what is your favourite, or some of your favourite games that died, like because they needed an online service and they just didn't get the audience to keep it going. What the great shames for you that should have survived but didn't.
I'm actually not sure about it. I don't think, because of the games that I play, I don't think I was really into the massively online things. I always prefer a single-player adventure or hack and slash or shooty bang bang.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be like a multiplayer game. It could be, like Mercenaries 2, a game that just wouldn't work because the online service got turned off.
Yeah, that is very, very difficult for me because again, even just for the general description, a lot of the stuff that I played didn't have any online services.
Yeah. Anyone out there got any examples they want to talk about? I've got a few. Right. Nexus. It was a game that was trying to be like Quake Free Arena, fast-paced, run and gun first-person shooter. It looked delicious when it came out, and I mean delicious. It was fucking tasty looking. The graphics were insane when it came out, and it didn't need that good hardware to run it. It just didn't get any marketing, and no one bought it. I bought a copy because I sort of stumbled on it and was like, wow, this is cool. By the time I got to it, no one was playing it. I had a few games against bots, which had a few, real fun time for me. But that's a great shame that just died on impact. What was that? Aerial combat one that was trying to be Crimson Skies. Not Assault Vector. That's a single player game. What is it?
No, I know what you're talking about. I might actually still have it in my Steam library.
Yeah, I've got it with Steam Library because we bought it before the what's his name happened. Before they implemented the refund policy.
I'm looking through the things that I got, and Jesus Christ, I have these combat assault supplies.
Nice.
Where is it?
Vector Frost, I think it was called. I think it was called Vector Frost.
I know we have one that's. I know that there was one called Dogfighter.
Yeah.
That was kind of more of an actual closer to a Crimson Skies kind of thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, you're just staring at a blank thing.
That's fine.
And Nosgoth was one of the ones which just kind of...
Yeah, Nosgoth was an interesting one. That was a multiplayer game where you two teams of vampires basically had a fight, wasn't it?
Vampires and hunters, and it was based in the Legacy of Kain universe.
Ah.
Yep.
There you go.
The Legacy of Kain universe.
Yeah, Nosgoth. I remember that being quite a good time. And actually, it was surprisingly polished when it came out. If I remember correctly.
Strike Vector is the one you're talking
Strike Vector. There you go. And
that was the one where you could potentially build your aircraft.
Yeah.
And move it out the way that you wanted it to.
And I wanted to put me rocket shotgun on, like in like the Desert Dog in Crimson Skies.
Yeah.
I need to get hold of my original Xbox and play some Crimson Skies at some point. It was a good time.
At some point, I need to get the Xbox set up and play some Lone Wolf. Some BattleTech Lone Wolf.
Nice. I remember getting Mech Assault and Mech Assault 2.
That's it. Mech Assault 2 were...
They were good.
Twisted Transistor, yo.
Yeah. Twisted Transistor.
Wow.
The way that song came in just at the start of that boss battle was just... And I knew that there was a Korn song that I'd not heard before that was on the game.
Specifically them essentially putting that song out as an advert
Yeah.
for their new album.
Yeah, and I was waiting for it as I was playing it, and then I heard the intro to it. I was like, oh, could this be it? Could this be it? And then it was. I was like, yes! Yeah, man. Oh man. Well, speaking of old shit, Steam turns 18 today. Yeah. Happy birthday, Steam.
Jesus, crispy. So long.
There you go. It's been 18 years since I think it was Half-Life 2 and CS Source, the first games that were on the service, wasn't it?
Well, it'll have been like Half-Life and Team Fortress and things like that.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't think the original Half-Life was on it. They might have released it, but it got made for CS, the original CS, so that people had a, you know, I think it was basically the online client for Counter-Strike 1.6. Well, it would have been 1.1 then, I guess, wouldn't it?
Well, it would have just been 0.1.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Just Counter-Strike at that point.
Yep. Oh, spicy boy.
Yeah. Damn.
And then it became the dominant force in the universe.
Yeah. And that's what Epic want to emulate, but unfortunately the market is already very.
I was going to say that's, to be honest, that's what every other bloody storefront wants to be.
Yeah, but no one's going to be able to do it now because when Steam did it, it was an emerging market. There wasn't actually anything like it, and now everyone's copying off something that already exists, and it's kind of not going to work.
Well, it might work, just as long as they don't go about it in certain ways. If you essentially open it up and you've already got a good backing from the developers, then you'll have a sound opening.
The way to make
people
go on.
The thing is, a lot of people don't have that backing from the developers because it's such a saturated, unstable market.
Yeah.
That they don't want to put their thoughts into it. They don't want to put that investment into it because, as we saw with bloody Origins and every other fucking piece of shite that's out there now.
All the devs want their own part of the market. They want their own piece of the pie.
They want to be able to sell their own stuff on their own platform. And a lot of places just can't do that because they're too small.
Yeah.
Don't have access to that support or the libraries to do.
I mean, a lot of the big publishers are they've realised now that they can't do without Steam because, or at least they can't do without a platform of that size because the sales loss are significant.
The simple fact that Steam Valve themselves essentially stopped making games to focus on the storefront platform.
Yeah.
Shows you how much you need to put into it.
Yeah.
In order for you to, get the best out of it.
Yeah. And you know what? Epic's plan seems to be just buying games and having exclusivity deals. That's not the way to be the best platform. The way to be the best platform is to, I mean, realistically it's not going to happen, but just make the best platform and then, sell the same things as everyone else is, but sell it better. Be the better place to be. But they can't do that, so they need to spend billions and billions of dollars.
Throw their weight around to get the shiniest turds, essentially.
Yeah, build it and they will come for, and that's exactly it. But they won't come because everyone's lazy and just wants their games in one place, like me. And the only reason that I go to Epic these days is it's for the free games. And Epic have released reports on the return on investment on them, and Epic are losing money at this point every time they give a game away. because the number of users that come in and spend money are negligible compared to the amount of money that's going into these free deals. So yeah.
Supporting themselves on one leg essentially with Fortnite.
Yeah.
And hoping that when the earthquake hits, they'll still be standing.
Mhm. And I think the last report I looked at, they were paying $13 per game that was given away, getting new users in, and off those new users, like only about 10% actually spent any money on the service in the first 30 days. So they're basically paying retail price because it was some indie game that was basically around that £15 mark or $15 mark. So they were basically paying retail to the developers. So the developers got a good deal out of it, but like Epic wasn't making any extra money off it. So yeah, I mean, I can understand why they're doing it. They want everyone to come onto their platform. It's a good way to get people to sign up, I suppose.
You know what it essentially is? It's like exposure, that's what it is.
It is.
Exposure.
The first hit's free, as they say, but you have to make people want to buy their games on your platform over something like Steam. And the only way you can do that is by paying for exclusivity. Because, I mean, I'll just wait.
I'll wait. I'll sit down.
I don't need to play a game as soon as it's out, unless it's like an online game, like Chivalry. Chivalry I bought on Epic because that's the only place I could get it, and I wanted to play it with my friends.
Yep. I can honestly say the MechWarrior 5, I had it on the Epic Store only because I'd done the Kickstarter, essentially. And it was like, oh, it's going to come out on Steam. And I'm like, oh, I'm waiting for this, I'm waiting for this. And then it was like, oh, it's coming out on Epic. I'm like, okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
I can deal with this, I can deal with this.
I mean, I just waited until it came out, but then it came out on the Game Pass. So I was like, oh, cool, free game. Honestly, that is the best Game Pass game I've played so far. Humankind is great, but MechWarrior 5 is immensely good.
So all I've been watching at the minute when it comes to Humankind is the spiffing breaking it constantly.
Breaking it?
Well, all the exploits and the little bugs that are still in it.
Oh, okay, I didn't know about that.
Just watch a couple of the spiffing Brits videos. It may have already been patched out by now for some of them, but that's essentially what his channel is. He just goes on these grand strategy games and he finds all the tasty exploits like infinite money and infinite science, and he just cheeses the shit out of everything, and it's amazing.
Excellent.
He also created the legendary hero on the many versions of Skyrim of was it Keanu Reeves? Keanu Reeves' like cousin, who was so powerful that he must be held within the many versions of Skyrim. Equally humorous characters such as Seymour Clavage.
Oh, nice. Okay, I'm relatively close now to having finished the tyre tracks. Now, if I can do that, and then I can start painting some guns, that'd be nice.
Have you managed to get on with your own painting?
Oh yes, so are you painting along with us? Is anyone painting along with us and would like to share their stuff with us? You can use the hashtag above on Twitter or Instagram, and I can have a look at that. We have a Discord server, and you can pop in there and paste all of your beautiful pictures. Oh, what are you painting, Fern? More Thousand Suns? In between painting and eating cheese on toast. Did all the cheese talk get you thinking about cheese? Right, I'm going to need a smaller brush for this now. I've only got one smaller brush and it's pretty shit. It's a little bit knackered, this one. I'll have to make do. So a little bit more metal and then I can get on the...
All metal, you say?
Yeah. She was going to say, guess what I'm painting, but yeah, still the suns. Oh man. 1,000 suns for the win.
I did acquire for the fine lady person.
Oh yes.
Some extra paints and shaders.
That is awesome.
To enhance her painting experience.
By shaders, do you mean the liquid talent?
Helping!
She doesn't have anything else yet. Only 1,000 suns. Well, you know, build up a few 1,000 suns units, see how you get on. See if there's any other armies that, you know, take your fancy.
Browse the vast collection which I own.
Yes.
Like, maybe I will collect me some of these. It's just... As I have the gigantic bright wall things.
Oh, Fern needs a Helldrake. A Helldrake.
Yeah. Nice, delicious, tasty flyer.
Mm.
And we were having a look through the 1,000 Suns Codex, and when it comes in blue, it's a nice shade of...
Nice.
A nice shade of heresy.
There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt. One of my favourite lines from something that I can't remember well.
Stone of War, sir.
Yes.
Because I believe it is...
The Inquisitor, I'd say.
No, actually.
Or the Commissar?
It's the Librarian, or Angelos.
Ah.
I think it is one of the Space Marine commanders.
Fair enough. Right, that's the tank tracks done. I will start painting... Since I've got some wet metal paint, I'm going to paint smoke launchers.
Sitting here, just slowly working on shoulder pads. Working all day. Luckily, this is the last set of shoulder pads, so should be good to roll on to the next section very shortly.
Nice. I think that's all of the paint done. Let's wash the brush. Horse down! Sitting. Sitting hurts.
That's because you don't move.
Need to get one of those medicine balls, so I can't help but move.
You just sit. Or failing that, buy one of those, you know, those neck massage pillow things.
Yeah.
You know, the ones that were like the balls in them that just rotate.
Yeah, I think ideally I just need a better seat because the seat I've got is very not very comfortable.
One of those like you know, the stand-up office chairs that people have, which is essentially just a kneel rest. It's like I don't like doing work in a comfortable position. I think I'm gonna destroy my lower back even more by kneeling all day. All them rooms. Check some of those other Discordy bits just to see if any pictures were up. There is nothing there.
No. Sorry, I'm just, I had to text my mum back, so it was very rude of me. My mum is pestering me. She likes to call me when she wants to talk. And if she can't get hold of me, because I'm like streaming and I don't answer, she just keeps ringing and ringing and ringing and ringing. And she doesn't seem to get bored.
Like eventually you'll be free.
I mean, I won't. Trust me, she just doesn't stop trying. It's ridiculous. Right, now I just need to do a couple of bits of this.
Radically donkils.
Indeed.
So what Badger is going to do now, he's going to work on a bit of black. Here's black, Joe.
I need to stop fucking shaking, is what I need to do.
You need to stop fucking.
Indeed.
Oh me, oh my.
Shit.
Oh shit.
I'm going to need to tidy this up with some black, I think.
Oh god damn it, I'm going to have to come check to see what else is covered because I might have missed out on these birds. Come here, dudes. There
you go.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Just go.
So I'm painting the Mechanicum Standard Grey on the plates in the middle of each of the tyre tracks. Just making sure that it looks okay. There's a few bits that I missed completely off the sprue, which haven't got any on at the minute, so they need painting. Like so.
I'm going to focus one of these guys down, get him painted because I'm a bit afraid that with the way that things are, I'll get a lot of stuff prepped, but nothing actually bloody done.
It's always the way, man. It's always the way.
This is why I was up till like 4 AM last night with the Death Guard.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'll just do this bit, I'll just do this bit, I'll just do this bit, and then suddenly the time disappeared and I was like, why can I hear birds?
I hate it when that happens. I've never done it painting though. I've never done that painting. It's always been playing a video game that I've gotten far too addicted to, or watching something.
Well, I'm not necessarily the most spectacular at multitasking, so I just sat there, bit of music in the background, and away I went into the magical land of painting small toy soldiers.
Yep. Right, I think that's all of the grey done. Now I just need to quickly tidy some black bits up, and then I can start actually sticking something to the model, making some actual progress.
Progress!
Yes.
How dare you say that? How dare you?
Excellent. I'll be making some progress before 8 o'clock tonight. Alright. And then I'll have an hour of gun painting, I think. Right, where's the black? There it is. Abaddon Black. Right, I'm just going to pop paint it, because it's just a bit of tidying. Okay. That should do it. Okay, I can't pop paint it because the black's not staying open. I'll just grab a big clump of it there. That should do.
You know what? Well, Richard actually asked us, what are you going to do tonight, Patrick? I was
Aye.
like, I'll do some necrons. I need something that I don't need my brain to paint.
Do you need your brain to paint it?
Yeah, I don't need my brain to paint these. I thought it was just going to be a case of, there's a bit of silver, there's a bit of wash, there's a bit of colour every now and then.
Paint a bit of necrons, have a few laughs, they said. Right, so should we get on to our next big topic?
We can.
The PlayStation Showcase. So I sort of tried to bring it up before, and you said, I never watch showcases, but the showcase happened, whether you watch it or not, and some interesting things were announced, slash, reconfirmed, slash, shown. So the big one for me is God of War Ragnarok.
With Fat Thor. Chunky Thor.
Fought Thor. That 4 makes me... that 4 is a 9.
Unrealistic body image.
No, it's a perfectly realistic body image, man. Perfect.
Take the piss.
The
unrealistic male image. Poise, such power.
Such elegance and grace. Oh man, I love the design, and I also love the outrage on the internet. A lot of Marvel fanboys like, this isn't what Thor looks like. Have you not seen the movies? And you're like, well, shut the fuck up. This is a more historically accurate version of Thor, you twat.
Big, fat, chunky dude who kicks people's asses.
A giant fucking warrior who runs around drinking all of the beer and kicking all of the dicks off. There you go.
That was actually one of the things that Thor did when he was originally going around smashing ice giants. He challenged one to a contest, and the giant was like, "Yeah, you can have this contest," and he stuck one end of the drinking horn into the sea, and the challenge was to drain the drinking horn. And Thor, being big fat sweaty beer swilling dude that he was like, "Oh, I can do this." And the giant essentially humiliated Thor, and Thor came back and smashed his head in.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say dick off then.
Could have been both.
Could definitely have been both.
Got a big hammer.
He does.
Put that dick against the table. Bam. Flat head.
Stop. Hammer time. So yeah, absolutely looking forward to that game. It is coming to PS4 as well. The second bit of outcry about God of War Ragnarok was some people were complaining that it's reusing assets, like the animation getting into the boat, and the map. I mean, yeah, I can understand the map, but they're obviously going to expand on it, aren't they? It's not just going to be exactly the same map, and even if it is, if they're telling a new story with it, I'm okay with it.
That's the thing. They finished the game on the same map. Now, say that the only thing that would change is that everything would be covered in snow.
Yeah, the hub world might be slightly different, but obviously they're going to go into different lands and shit. So
I'm sure they didn't really go that deep into some of the other worlds.
Exactly.
So you might actually get to go around those worlds more often.
Go a bit more detailed with them.
And I'm pretty sure that you didn't actually visit like 2 of them.
I don't think you did. I think you did. Gone are the days when Kratos is just fighting Greek stuff. Well, he's done the Greek stuff, you know. He'll go back to Greece. Don't you fucking worry about it.
He's murdered all the Greek things.
Yeah. This is set after he's gone and murdered all of the Greek gods. But yeah, he's. I think you did go into all of them. But I think 2 of them was literally a Valkyrie stage. It was literally just like an area where you could fight a Valkyrie.
Yeah, there it is. Muspelheim was like the fire area, I think.
Yeah, and that was a Valkyrie stage.
And the other one
was the poison one. The poison one was it was a maze, and at the end of the maze was a Valkyrie.
I can't remember because that was not. Was that Niflheim? Can't have been because Niflheim's the realm of the dead.
No, I think it might have been. Yeah. Oh, Niflheim was a big mission actually. Yeah, because you see your dad.
Yeah, you see Zeus, and it's like, don't go there, don't ever go there, because that place is just like the worst of hell.
Yeah.
And the other place with the poison fog was a different area.
Yes, it was. Right, I'm ready to start sticking some stuff on here. So I need the instructions because the tank tracks are a bit awkward, if I remember rightly. Okay, tank tracks, where are we? Oh, Fern put so much time into the first God of War. Haven't played any further. Do you mean the first God of War as in literally the PS2 game? The PS2 God of War? Because if you've not played anything after that game, then we got to talk, yo. I can understand that like the genre fucking totally changed when they rebooted it. Yeah, the first one. Jeez. That's
I love the God of War games.
Yeah, I absolutely adore them. And I absolutely adore the change that they've done, because obviously they've done the whole, you know, just literal, you know, button meshing spectacle fighter thing. I think the improved story has really done the game a lot of favors. You got what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. So I am a massive fan of the changes.
That a boy?
Yeah. Boy. I actually also quite like how the boy character has aged. Yeah. So he looks like a teenager now, which is nice. Like he was like secondary school age, and now he's like gone. He's like sixth form. Okay, so we've got. We'll put these on the paint palette, risking paint some wet paint there. It's nice that all of these tank track pieces are labelled quite well.
Very nice.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the. I've got every God of War game on, mostly for the PS3, because they did the HD remasters of the the PS2 and the PSP games on 2 discs, the collections, 1 and 2, and at some point I'll play through a lot of them.
This is the thing. I haven't played the new one yet.
But you not played God of War?
I haven't played like the Ragnarok sort of God of War style, but I've played all the other ones.
Yeah.
And this is why I'd say one of my favourite bloody series out there is I just absolutely fucking love them.
Now,
but I haven't really had the time to play Dad of Boy.
Dad of Boy is a fantastic game, and if you ever get the chance to get hold of a PS4, get Dad of Boy, get
Zero Dawn?
Horizon Zero Dawn, and get the Ghost of Tsushima. Those 3 games on their own justify the purchase price of a new console. I love all 3 of those games.
Surprisingly enough, all 3 of those games are the
exclusives.
Large open world adventure.
Yeah. You've only played Devil May Cry and Devil May Cry 2 also. Okay. Cracking games. Do you know what? I love playing the Devil May Cry games, but I never stick with them. For some reason, something... I think I'm just bad at them, is my problem. So I always end up getting switched off by them.
I mean, War Richard had more of an enjoyment of playing the Devil May Cry games as well. So he is worth the talk.
Yeah.
I think he enjoyed those a lot more than either of us did. He certainly completed them all, like.
You do need to play Ghost of Tsushima. I'm telling you, Ghost of Tsushima is... It was the best game I played last year by a long way. It's probably one of the best games I've played since... God, what was the... I think God of War was the game before it that you know when you finish a game and you sit there and you're thinking, wow, honestly, that was insane.
Honestly, the game track that you went through was God of War, then Horizon Zero Dawn, then Ghost of Tsushima, and you were like,
yeah,
in my pants.
Yeah, that was... I basically bought a PS4 Pro when God of War came out, and I just got all the exclusives, and that was the best decision I ever made. The PS4 waiting until the PS4 Pro came out, and then getting all the exclusives for it was the best decision I made. And that's probably what I'm going to do with the PS5. I'm going to wait until the PS5 Pro or whatever it is, the upgraded version comes out.
You say upgraded, you mean the one with the shit heat sinks?
Well, no, because the shit heat sinks thing, they're not actually calling that a different model. They're being very sneaky with that, and that's actually one of the stories that I had for later on, but we'll talk about it now. The PlayStation 5 has got a new model, which is not a new model. Because of the scarcity of parts, they're basically having to manufacture them a little bit differently so that they can keep making consoles. And the newer versions of the consoles have got a much smaller heatsink and a much larger fan, meaning that it overheats a lot more, and the average temperature is a lot higher, so it's probably going to reduce the lifespan of the console, and it's a fucking hell of a lot louder, reportedly. It makes one hell of a racket when it's in use.
Of course, you're just replacing like what would essentially be insulated space with the heatsink, with a big empty void full of aggressive air movement.
Yeah. So if they ever release a version of the PS5 which has got the back to the original heatsink, I'll consider it. But they also need to bring the price down, and that's not going to happen until like a new version comes out. So I'm probably going to wait like 4 or 5 years.
500 years.
Before
scored 20 years ago.
Yeah, it'll be 4 or 5 years, I reckon. And by that point, there'll be like a good 3 or 4 exclusives that you can only get on the PS5. Because at the moment, the exclusives that are coming out are coming for the PS4 as well. So I'm going to be able to play God of War Ragnarok on my PS4, and it'll run just fine. It'll be great. So there you go. What was next anyway? Oh yes, Spider-Man 2 has been announced alongside a Wolverine game.
Been a while since they brought one of those out.
And it's made by the same people who make the Insomniac. It's made by the same people who make the very good Spider-Man game on the PS4. And those two games are going to be the first PS5 exclusive first-party titles. Nice. And so basically, if you don't have PS5 by the time those come out, you can't play it. So yeah, so that's a thing. Oh, did you hear about the controversy with Horizon Zero Dawn? No, not Horizon Forbidden West. So basically, Sony said any game up till the end of 2022 that they release for PS4 and PS5, you'll be able to upgrade for free to the PS5 version. No questions asked. If you've got the PS4 disc, pop it in your PS5 and we'll install the PS5 version for you. No bother. Now,
not happening.
Because Horizon Forbidden West got delayed till 2022. I think this was only good until the end of 2021. Basically, they started announcing like release details for it, and it was missing the free upgrade. So obviously, the internet, being the internet, had a massive hissy fit, saying, "Oh, you promised that this game would have compatibility," and Sony were like, "Well, it's getting released in 2022, and we only really promised to do the free upgrade until the end of 2021." And so the internet had a even bigger hissy fit, and then Sony went back on their decision, and now you can get a free upgrade for that game. So thank you, internet.
It really is a case of, just don't, in these kind of times, don't mess with your
customers.
Exactly, don't mess with your customers, because they're gonna win.
Yeah. So there you go. That's the Horizon Forbidden West story out of the way, and it is. But on the plus side, it is looking like a very, very tasty game. I cannot wait for that one. Horizon Zero Dawn was one of my favourite games.
I would say it was your shiny place for a while.
Oh man! At some point, I'm just gonna do a stream of that, where I just run around like finding big mechs to kick off on, and just shooting, just blowing them up. It's such a satisfying game to play once you get the hang of it. Right, so I'm going to start sticking stuff together now. So I have part L3, which goes on the bottom of the left bit, with the nubbin sticking forward. Like that. Alright, let's get some super glue. Let's start sticking.
Why does this have to be so complicated?
So a bit of glue there, a bit of glue there, glue, glue. Okay, go in there, you bastard. Fucking get in there. Right. L3. There you go. That goes in there like that. Glue stick. That's look. I can't tell you how much better that looks than this. Look at the difference there. Just literally the difference in detail on those tire tracks.
Well, honestly, you were trying to just get one of those out as fast as you could.
Kinda was, wasn't I?
Because it was like, let's do. It's just there to break up the monotony of painting the rest of one of your squads.
Oh shit! I think I've just done the wrong thing there. Whoops. Luckily, I think they're identical, the points.
Yeah, You'll have identical.
Ah, no, it's fine. Hang on. Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. I think I've put it on the right one anyway. Yes, because that's left. That's right. Cool. Haha. Okay, a little bit of glue on there. Glue on there. Okay, stickety stick. Ah, fuck. Come on. In you go. Right there. Just like that. Yeah, baby, baby. Cool beans. So that's the bottom track's done. They're the ones that all the paint's going to get rubbed off, so I don't even know why I bothered to paint them with all the detail on.
Because...
Never mind.
Because you can, that's why.
Yeah, so L4 goes there. Apparently. I'll link straight onto that. Yes, it will. Ah!
Lick the paintbrush to get it super fine.
Oh yeah. So I'm just sticking this on. Ah, okay. The another thing that got announced during it, apparently, Knights of the Old Republic's getting remastered, and it's going to be a PlayStation exclusive for a bit.
Yeah, I saw that.
So that's interesting.
And I saw that.
Ah, me bomb. Ah. Right, I need the L6 parts. There's an R6, there's an L6, there's an L6. So I need 2 of them bad boys. I need to paint the side bits.
I haven't even bloody washed this thing yet.
L5, where's L5? There it is. You've not even washed it?
Nah, I didn't even wash this.
Were you going to?
I will be. I'll wait until I've got the body dried and that.
Okay. The body of a dryad.
It will be terrific.
Oh. Oh, me and Paddy had a little chat about my upcoming D&D campaign that I'm doing with my D&D lot, and I explained to him the premise. And if you're there, Phil, you're gonna have a good time. It's going to be fun.
I gave my 2 cents.
You did?
In order to assist. Make the experience more pleasing.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about the what's his name? Knights of the Old Republic. I can't remember that game. I honestly can't remember. I know I played it to death, but I think that Mass Effect has come along and just nudged it
from your brain.
Yeah, just nudged it out of my memory because it was just such a better game. Like, not obviously Mass Effect 1. I loved Mass Effect 1. I even liked the bits. Anyway, Fern saw the Knights of the Old Republic thing. I even liked the bit in Mass Effect 1 where you drive around the planet. That was I loved the Dune buggy. That was so cool.
You're like the one person who did.
Oh, I thought it was derpy and fun.
But that's a problem. It was derpy and fun, and when you have a giant death worm chasing you, when you go to steer left and suddenly the turret rotates, you're like, ah, no! And then you get eaten.
I must just like pain. What can I say?
That's what happened to me many times.
Did you die a lot?
A lot. Just a bit.
Just a smidge.
Just a smidgen.
Oh, man.
Dirty murder.
Filthy murder. Come on, there, you little prick. In you go. Nice. I do like the way these tank tracks fit together, to be fair. He's rather nice. It's a very well thought out model, this. I've just painted my fingers a little bit, meaning that I'm about to paint the model wherever I touch it.
Cue the barrage of everybody saying how the Leman Russ is a terrible design for a tank.
Shush!
Because it doesn't match up to everybody's real life aesthetics of a tank being functional, and then not completely ignoring the fact that this is a massive sci-fi setting.
It's World War One fucking original tank design, yo. World War Two, sorry. World War. Was it World War One? They had made the original tank.
They came in right near the end of World War One.
I thought it did. But then I second guessed myself.
Because they were basically trench busters.
Yeah.
They were there to cross trenches and get people in there. And everybody essentially got gassed by the petrol fumes because, they didn't have a separate troop compartment to the engine. It was just, tasty petrol.
Yum, yum, yum. Sexy petroleum.
Petroleum.
Okay. What is next? After L5 is L1, which is this.
Teeny tiny.
L1 and L2. Oh, where's that paint doing there? Wank. Right, I can stay there.
That paint does what that paint wants to do.
It do.
There's nothing you can say about it. Nothing you can say to change its mind.
Nothing you can do about it. Oh, God, I can't believe I made a reference to a terrible pop song. And I can't even remember what it is. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway. L1.
He says continuing to sing said pop song that he can't
Yes.
remember the name of.
I'm trying to figure out what it's called now. My own brain wants me to know what I was singing, even though I know it's going to be a terrible thing. It's going to be a bad answer, regardless.
You gotta be like, why did I remember this?
Yes. Now my brain's trying to figure out where it's from.
From the depths of the interweb.
No, it's a popular song. I know that much. It was back in day a very big pop song.
See, this is the thing, until you remember who actually sang it, it's unlikely that it's gonna come back into your head. I think I made a good choice doing these necrons.
You did. Nice chill stream for a chill Monday.
Yes.
That's what we do here.
Yeah, we flew him across the world by accident. Slap on all of that now, Niall. I really wish I'd actually spent more time pre-prepping these guys.
Well, you only started like 10 minutes before we started streaming, so...
Yeah, so we sort of like linked up the videos to get the Discord set and all the images looking right, and I'm like, panic?
Yeah, I was messing with OBS and you were stress painting.
Well, the real issue is the fact that I sat down with Factorio. So as though, like 3-4 o'clock turned into 6.
Yeah, one day I will get into that game. One day.
Yeah, gonna have to leave him like that because his body still isn't right and stuck to the location.
Right, what else happened? Oh yeah, so all of the games that we've talked about so far from the PS5 showcase, none of that's coming in the next year or two. It's all 2022 or later. There's only, I think it was 3 games that have got release dates within the next year. And those are Deathloop, Guardians of the Galaxy game apparently is coming.
Now, is that the one that's kind of supposed to be like the action-adventure one, or the one that's supposed to be a bit more like what that garbage bloody Marvel Avengers shite that...
I think it's made by the team that did the garbage shite Avengers game is, but I think they've pivoted it so that it's more of a single-player focused thing after the failure.
It needs content.
What? Game need content?
No, it's just microtransaction. What?
They want content that they don't have to pay extra for.
What the hell is this?
How fucking dare they, those greedy bastards!
How dare they want an enjoyable game experience?
Yeah.
He says because he is still sour about fucking Titanfall 1, which had an amazing opening cut sequence, and then it's just an online multiplayer.
Titanfall 2, though, had a very good single player.
Yes, they learned, and they did the right thing by giving it a bloody good single player.
Yeah, and then EA killed it.
And then, what is it? Sins of a Solar Empire. A massive grand strategy game. Again, starts off with this huge sort of like explanatory cutscene of like all the empires and what's going on and a big history thing, and then, you know, this is when this faction decided to be a bunch of dicks and it's like huge space battles and all that, and then multiplayer.
Right, that's looking tasty.
Well, look, that I did enjoy playing Sins of the Solar Empire, but single player campaign, please, please.
Yeah, and this is one of the reasons why MechWarrior Online just sort of it ran its course for me, because I really wanted that single player, and we've got it now, and I'm so happy.
Yes.
Had to wait fucking years,
Yes.
but we got it eventually.
Bollocks up the bloody estimated level of skill system so that maybe we can actually play together in the same lands, let alone the same game.
Yeah, I'm still salty about that, you know, because it's like MechWarrior Online is not the sort of game I want to play on my own. I want to play with dudes, and I want to play with dudes that I know, and just because Paddy has, you know, had more time at the time to play it and got himself a much higher ELO doesn't mean I shouldn't be able to play with him, especially because it was awesome.
I mean, just because I had, the only reason I had a higher level on the damn thing was because it's purely down to the fact that I was stubborn. I played games. I sucked ass. I picked the shittest mechs. I sucked even more ass.
You didn't suck ass. You were amazing in that dragon.
That tenacity basically built up the levels. I was getting more and more wins than I was getting losses eventually.
Yeah. And I was a dirty assault pilot, and I loved being that.
Battlers.
Any of them.
Everybody.
I love being that massive, terrifying force that comes over the battlefield and everyone shits themselves. That is one of my favourite things about MechWarrior Online. Just seeing the actual terror in people's faces as a giant assault mech comes across the around the corner, and there's just a light mech going, "Oh no, shit!" And being a crack shot with the AC, as you all saw yesterday. I am a crack shot with that assault cannon, and oh my god, light mechs used to hate my assault mech. They used to try and do the whole circle thing. I'd just wait for them and just plow their leg off with my AC-20. And it was...
I'm slowly rotating. That's fine, you're going faster than I am. Doesn't matter, you're going to be around in 3, 2, 1, donk.
Yeah.
What was that, boy? Another asshole.
Oh, is that your leg on the floor 10 miles away? Oh well.
Guess what comes next?
Hello, mage.
Hello, mage. What are you doing there, Mr. Atlas?
Hello, light mech.
Hello, light mech.
What a nice,
exhaust port. It'd be a shame if somebody AC-20'd it. So donk. Ah!
We had some good times on that game. I can't complain. I think I paid real money. That's one of the few games that I've poured microtransactions into.
Well, that's the thing. We played so much of it that we were like, well, okay, let's just add a bit of extra on there.
Yeah.
Let's just give it a like maybe 30. 40
Yeah, that game earned my money. It was so good. I mean, to be fair, if they fix the ELO and I can play with you again, then I'll happily go back to it. But
we might actually have to test it because
Yeah.
there have still been plenty of updates to it. So.
yeah, I've got it installed on Steam, and I see the developer updates happen pretty weekly. I think it is.
It is a regular update.
Yeah. So yeah, I do think we will have to have a little gander at that at some point. Once we've had our fill of MechWarrior 5 glory.
Think we'll have our fill? Sir, you are mistaken.
So you underestimate our appetite for glory.
I just cannot wait for when you start to get into the bigger mechs.
Me too, man. I'm an assault mech pilot at heart, which is why I keep taking lots of damage. I wasn't moving very well. Looking back at those VODs, I wasn't moving a lot of the time. It is because I'm so used to being in a giant assault mech that doesn't have to move.
And I am used to being in like the medium cavalry sort of mechs, which is why I like things like the Centurion and the Hunchback, and in some cases, even though it is a heavy mech, the Dragon is just
it's a fast boy with some fairly nasty guns sometimes.
reasonable armor.
Yeah. It's a heavy technically, isn't it?
It is. It's the lighter end of the heavies. It's a 60-ton mech.
Yeah, it feels more like a medium to pilot it.
Yes.
And I never had much luck in it, but I know that you mastered the art of the dragon.
See, I am.
It had a giant super boob, which made its center torso very vulnerable.
That was one thing that they did seriously fix on MechWarrior Online, though. They actually all they did was a very, very slight tweak to the percentage of what was the shoulder and what was the center torso. It was.
So they reduced the super boob. The super boob got a breast reduction surgery.
Barely even a 5% movement of hitbox.
Yeah.
And it made the thing so much harder.
Nice.
So much more robust. And there have been times, I mean, I still play it, I still jump on it every so often now.
Yeah.
And there are plenty of times when I get into a massive firefight, and this is like serious amounts of firepower, and I'm living through it for like 2-3 minutes of constant combat.
Yeah. I mean, I've had plenty of glorious moments, but the glorious moment that sticks out is when Phil went over the fucking top with a Yenlo Wang, because he wanted to just die. He wanted to just get the round over and done with, so he could go for his tea. And
like, yeah, okay, let's do this. Tea's ready. Charge! And he killed like everybody.
Yeah, and we're like, oh my god!
It's like, what the hell's going on here? I'm pretty sure that they just didn't expect it.
Yeah, surprise attack.
AC-20 to the nutsack.
Yeah, an AC-20 surprise attack is a very surprise attack.
Some of the most awesome times that we had on that wasn't even in like the big stompy mechs. Is when we were Commando Squad.
Oh, Snoogliffin, no one expects the full frontal Yenlo assault.
Oh yes.
There he is, the man himself.
The legendary boy.
Lurking in the background, then coming out when his name's mentioned. How are you, Phil?
Summoned. I've just dropped that gun.
Oh no, don't drop the gun. I hope you're well, Mr. Phil.
Yes, we do all hope that you are fine and down there.
We got onto this because we were playing a load of MechWarrior 5 yesterday. It was a fucking hoot. Absolute fantastic game.
Was an absolute hoot.
Come on.
What? Who?
Oh, Snowglyphin checked his stats on the official website, and his kill to death ratio on the Yanlo was 3. Oh man, 3 kills per death. A very fine statistic, good sir.
My kill to death ratio is probably horse shit. I will admit.
Yeah.
It will likely be absolute dog shit.
I think in the Atlas, mine ended up like, I think it was 2 to 1, but like 3 to 1 is ridiculous. All right, there we go. I've actually managed to clean this brush up quite a bit.
So you lot weren't actually present for my most glorious moment on that entire game.
Yeah, he didn't even do half as well with any other mech. The Yanlo was seriously overpowered at one point.
It was. I think one of your actual like amazing matches, Miss Phil, was when you were in the Banshee.
Oh yeah, I do love the Banshee. The Banshee is a good mech.
That's Howlin' Barry, Dave.
Howlin' Barry!
Oh yeah, and you just bulldozed everything to one side of it. It was just bosh.
Yeah. Oh, 4, there we go.
Things changed. The balance shifted.
Yeah. The meta got rewritten as they released new models.
And then they tweaked, and then they tweaked.
Yes. And then and then it was nice for a bit, and then they released the Innosphere stuff.
The clan mechs.
And it fucking broke.
And then they really had to rebalance everything again.
Mm-hmm.
But at least they were still working on it.
Yeah.
So, essentially, at least they got through and were like, oh, okay.
There was a couple of months where it was unplayable for me.
Bit horseshit.
Yeah. Ah, come on. Go in there, you bastard. There you are.
They have balanced a lot of stuff out.
Yeah, they have now, because they've got nothing else to release, so they might as well make it good.
Yeah, at the moment they're sort of like, they're not releasing mechs, they're updating the maps, I think they're actually making some new maps.
Nice.
They're still working on the Solaris 7 arena events and things like that in the tournament.
Yeah.
Play. So, it's all good. But as I was about to mention before, a certain glorious man turned up.
Oh, yes.
The crowning moment that I had when you lot weren't there was when I earned my Ace of Spades achievement and title.
Yeah.
Which is essentially kill 8 mechs on your own. And I haven't got the kill 12 mechs on your own, but the kill 8 mechs on your own, I was in one of my dragons. I ran dry of ammunition. I had essentially one laser left out of like 4 because my limbs had been blown off. I was laughing like a maniac as well, which probably wasn't helping the chat, because it was the time when they put in the voice chat. So all you've got is me going down the bloody voice thing as well, and I can
imagine.
I was just taking people apart. I don't think, just like the Yenlo experience that Mr. Snookliffin gave to everybody, I don't think they were expecting it from a dragon. I think they were like preparing to just wipe the floor with us, and no. It was just a case of no.
The floor got wiped with them.
Not today, sucker.
So yeah, it's been a long time since I played that game.
Yeah.
One day I may go back, but right now,
test it out to see what it's like at some point.
Yeah.
See if we can actually connect together.
yeah. Snoodliffin remembers most. The trio was Paddy in the Dragon, Phil in the Yenlo, and me in the Atlas. That was the power trio. It was only that power trio was only bested when we all went in commandos.
That commando day was the best day.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Bro Mando Squad.
Bro Mando Squad. What we just went in and just took everything apart, didn't we? It was awesome. Right, go in, you bastard. There you go.
I built the miniature Atlas. That's what I did.
You did, mini Atlas.
And everybody was like, "Why do you have an LRM on that thing?" 3 kills later because of LRM fire. What the fuck's going on?
Right, there we go. Tank tracks fitted.
When it came to our wonderful trio of justice, it was the case of everybody went, "Oh look, there's a dragon. It's an easy kill." They turn around to face the dragon. Phil gives them a good kidney punch with the AC-20. They turn around to shoot Phil, and then you walk around the corner in the Atlas and just go, donkey punch. And they're like, oh god.
Right, here we go. This is the difference that the extra bit of detail has made.
Nice. That looks real nice.
Those tank tracks look so much better. There's a little bit, I could see a couple of little bits there at the front that need just a little tiny tidy. That one there particularly, actually. I'm just going to do that right now, just while it's in my head.
It's a tiny little tree.
Just a little happy little tree. It's right on the top there, right on the front and top. It would have to be this one, wouldn't it?
Of course. Of course!
There we go. Sweet. So yeah, I've spent this pretty much the entire stream so far painting tyre tracks, these tank tracks, and I'm not unhappy with the result. Honestly, that looks pretty nice. I think we can do. Yeah, let's do the mechanical standard grey on the other side there, because it's looking very, very plain, kinda. Whereas the other side is looking a lot more detailed. So where's the mechanical standard? There it is. We could do with a little slightly bigger brush than that. Not.
Give some love for those big bags, yo.
Oh yeah.
And I'm hoping beyond hope that I can join you once more for next week's glorious round.
Oh yes. Now, if you want, we can pick up where we left off, and I can play some Humankind on the Saturday, which might actually be the better way to do it. Play a bit of Humankind on the Saturday, have a little chill. And then on Sunday, more glorious mech action.
Just come busting in.
Yeah, man.
Ready to kick some dicks.
Right, here we go. There was a reason I didn't stick the bloody tank tracks on yet, and I've just realised that I've cocked it up now. I was supposed to completely paint the outside, the exterior of the sides before I did this.
A thing, a sprue here somewhere. I can't remember where I put it, and then I realised it's on the floor.
Oh no.
because when I went to search for that bit of
The gun that popped off.
yeah, the gun that flew off.
Oh man.
Maybe it's one of these. I really, really hate the fact that I don't have back in instructions.
Yeah.
Because
Instructions would help a lot.
the rest of the model, the basic parts of the model are fine.
Yeah.
It's the arms.
They're in a million pieces, are they?
No, they're just on different bits of the sprue.
Alright, okay. So you need to go finding the bits.
Yep. Yep. Will this work?
Alrighty then.
Is this going to be the bit that I need? Move this. I can hear a certain brother screaming down the corridor.
Oh no, what's he doing now?
Probably get shot.
Yeah, I believe he's playing Max Payne, is he?
Yeah, definitely getting shot then.
Oh dear. I've only got one more story on my docket for today, and do you know what? I'm actually really surprised that we've not had any bots follow us. Apparently, Twitch has started to sue those who are inciting hate raids. In lieu of taking any actual action and putting any actual work in, they're just threatening legal action against people.
Oh, that is like a massive deterrent, essentially.
It is, but
And not necessarily like stopping them stopping them before it happens. Like, it's like, oh my god, this guy's on fire.
yeah. So instead of like trying to actually stop the bot issue, it's just in general, because that's something that's been a right pain in the arse lately. They've just taken to trying to threaten those who they believe are inciting hate raids. Now, hate raids have been a problem. I mean, not for streamers like ourselves, Mr. Badger.
Not yet, I mean. Give it time.
Well, no. What are they going to do? Come in and call us cis? Fucking hell. There's not.
Well, what they'll do, right, is they'll come in and they'll say something, and we'll be like, yes. And your point is?
Yeah, so basically, these hate raids have been targeting those of
The alternate genders.
Well, no, it's not just that. It's that they've been targeting black, minority, ethnic people, those of a transgender nature, those of a who bat for the same team. Yes. Which is fine, nothing wrong with that. And it's a shame, it's a massive shame that Twitch is not doing enough to deal with this. It's childish because they're basically, the bot's programmed to basically repeat the same messages that somehow get through the twat sensor, the chat sensor.
The twat sensor.
Yes.
It is in fact the same thing.
Yeah, it's a twat sensor because you're a twat if you say that sort of thing. I don't know. That it's I suppose it's difficult to deal with. They'd have to employ actual people to go through people's accounts and who get reported for this sort of behaviour. I know, and actually employ people to make decisions. Because the alternative is Twitch could put their own bots out, and it could accidentally ban a load of people who were doing nothing wrong. So yeah, I think they need to hire some people to look at the problem. And instead of doing that, they've basically sent their legal teams to go and threaten people who are inciting certain hate raids. I actually have no idea what the bots are supposed to do. Like, basically, there's an army of bots called Hoss at the moment. I have no idea who's invented them, why they're about.
I think what they're supposed to do is essentially they get into the channels.
Okay.
And then I would assume it's going to be something kind of like malware or that, just like an access point.
Right.
So when they follow, they have particular access to the channel itself through a very, very like thin thread, and then they can get in that way if they're particularly nasty, and then just fuck everything up.
I mean, are they just going from channel to channel, following, and then seeing what tags people use, and then starting? And
then exploding. It's almost like a spray marker, essentially. Like this one's easy to go after. This one's easy to go after.
I don't know.
This one's popular. This one isn't. Blah blah blah.
I don't know. It just, I see a load of hosses following my channel overnight, and then half an hour later, gone, because Twitch actually, it has a decent way of, they've got a decent rate of, just crunching the accounts. It's just, don't know. If there was a way to like blacklist the certain usernames, that would be helpful.
Then unfortunately you have the actual guy who does have the original Hoss.
Yeah, or anyone with Hoss in their name somewhere.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Hospital Street.
Aye. It's unfortunate that this is happening. I don't know.
Humans, man.
Yeah, humans, man. The original Hoss has completely disappeared because of all this stuff, apparently, says Fern. Fair enough. I wonder why they chose the name Hoss. Did Hoss create the bot? Well, that's what I'm suspecting. I don't know. It's like a series of like, are they self-replicating, or is it just a computer that just spams out these bots automatically?
A bot creating bots. My God, machines.
Yeah.
They're learning.
There are a few, all imitating biggish streamers. Okay. Biggish streamers, what the hell? Imagine the hate you'd get after the actual hate that you'd get from other streamers if your name was Hoss right now.
Like you'd have items you could put every single person. You go, oh, I like this, and then suddenly you just disappear. But then again, I think it would be a case of you would follow, and then you would say, I'm here, I'm the real person. Please don't murder me.
Yes.
Please don't murder me. Oh, I'm murdered. Why does nobody want to be my friend?
I am real. I am also the England.
I am also the England. I just does not want your bank details.
Although if you gave me them, I would not say no.
Here is a picture of porn star that is totally me.
Catfish, the video game.
Don't need to make a video game out of that. It's a bloody documentary.
It's a fucking app. It's called Tinder. Although, I don't know. It's been a few years since I've been on. Well, yeah. How many years? 4 years since I've been on that now? They might have fixed it. Who knows?
Nah, if you read all the reviews and that, it's like, it's just still full of bots.
Yeah. It was a cesspool when I went on it.
In my brush a bit.
Alrighty then. Ow, 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 my ass. Ow. I need to stand up more.
That's what you need. What you need is a posture check thing. hoo-ha with the points on your channel.
Yeah.
And a deliberate one that just says, "Get up, shake that booty."
Oh God, Dave Dance. A redeem for Dave Dance. Dave Rave. I could call it Dave Rave.
You can have it on all of your booze control. Mid-driving, get up and dance. Oh, shit, I'm in an old lady. Crash, dead. Guy's on fire.
Did you say shit, I'm in an old lady?
Yes. Don't take that out of context. Context? Fuck!
I'm saying nothing.
I am also the English, okay? I'm also... Come on, brain. Look, I was up really early.
Oh no, the crack of noon. He's not denying it.
Who's the bot? You're cracking in.
Yeah. Was it the crack of noon?
It was the crack of noon when I got home.
Were you sat awake after like 9 o'clock, just dreaming of old ladies, being in them?
Nah.
Speaking of old ladies, I did a little bit of a gander at my YouTube analytics.
Your research.
Yeah. So it's basically to see what videos are doing well, which aren't, sort of things. My Let's Play of Dark Cloud's doing quite well, incidentally. Also, Pro Evolution is still one of the better, viewership numbers, and me Vampire the Masquerade is doing well. The Pro Evolution one surprised me because it's been a long time since I've played any of that. And I'm never going to play any more of it because...
Just because my brain can't remember exactly what it was. What clan did you pick for Vampire?
Vampire Masquerade.
Yeah.
I did a Tremere campaign.
Ah,
Tremere. And yeah, it was good. I'm tempted to do a second playthrough of that and go as either Malkavian or Nosferatu. But I'll probably do a few games in before I have another go at that. Yeah, I might have a look at some of the additional mods as well. See if I can get some fun mods to go with it. But yeah, what was getting to? Two of it tells you what sort of searches people are doing a lot of to find your channels. Now, 2 of the top 6 searches that led people to my videos surprised me somewhat.
Old ladies.
Old ladies was one of them.
Old ladies.
No idea what video that was leading them to. Just
probably a booze control.
I don't know. And the other one was OnlyFans. I mean, we discussed it a couple of times on here because of the whole things, and I think I might have put it in the description. But fucking hell, it's not. Imagine searching OnlyFans on YouTube and being delivered to a Warhammer Painting stream.
Only Warhammer fans?
Only Warhammer fans.
You did go through this before as well, Dave.
Yeah.
Sex appeal. All the sex appeal.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that was just a bit of analytics that I had to look at. I think it was today I did that. The days are bleeding in together.
All become one.
Yeah. So that entertained me for like 10 minutes while I looked through that. A video that's like constantly good, like that constantly does well on my channel, is the music 2000 and 3000 video I did, where I went through all of the old sort of
MIDI files.
Yeah, all the old songs that I made on Music 2000 and 3000. back on the old PlayStation 1.
Nice.
That's I think that's up on Twitch now as well. It's in the Rando Streams section. That was a fun time. We had a few beers and went through a load of songs I made when I was very young. And some of them were really dumb. Some of them were alright actually, but no, most of them were pretty dumb.
Just go back in time and try them out again.
Yeah.
Enhance.
They were actually fairly powerful little tools, the music games. Like in uni, I think I actually plugged my PlayStation 2 in and made a few songs. And you can sort of tell the ones that they were because they were sort of very dark and moody when we went through them. And the ones I made in school were like dumb as fuck. But the uni ones, they were pretty good. Very dark, moody, and floaty techno.
Dark, moody, floaty techno.
Yeah.
Techno emo.
It was like Termi and Catalog before I discovered Termi and Catalog. Although not in any way metal, because there was no metal involved. Because the guitar loops were fucking terrible. And trying to make your own guitar riffs was it was a nightmare. I'm sure you could do it. But I never got good at it.
Well, that's the thing. You have to sort of like really invest any kind of time into it to get really, really good stuff out of it.
Yeah.
Me, I was just garbage. But then I did get a slight sort of like nice little taster of what it used to be like. Because do you remember Warframe?
Yeah.
Well, there is a Warframe on that which uses music as its special abilities.
Oh, okay.
But what you can do is you've got like a beat. It's like a big circle that you can place notes on.
Yeah.
So you can make your own beats for the music that the Warframe uses.
Oh, nice.
And each separate power uses like the melody, the bass, or the harmony. And then when you use the main major power, it uses all of them at the same time.
Nice.
So you can really just like kick up a massive bloody disco in the middle of a battlefield.
Sort of sounds a bit like how Tetris Effect used sound. Like as you're doing some actions, music is happening. Tetris Effect is quite a good game. Basically Tetris to music, and as you're moving the block around it, it makes music happen.
Changes the beat. I like those kind of rhythm games.
Yeah.
I really do.
Like each level's got its own theme and the noises that happen. Some of them get really interesting.
You get your own sort of feel of each part.
Yeah, like there's a tribal level that's particularly nice.
A lot of bongos.
That one gets real loud.
Things will get loud now.
Yeah. Right. Putting these nuts on.
Ooh, well, we are close, Mr. Dave.
We are. And I didn't manage to get any guns done. That's going to have to be next time, I think. But if I can get the sides done, with the metal, and then I can just do a bit of tidying next time.
Well, I've managed to get one dude done.
Oh, that's cool.
One whole dude done. My goodness.
Nice. That dude is awesome.
One big sniper boy.
Sweet as fuck.
Tiny little bit of touch up here and there, and some shine on the glowy bits. Like his eyeball.
Indeed. Right, give me a sec. I just need to finish this paint off, and then we'll
Call it there.
yeah, we'll get to it. This bit here, I'm just gonna this is gonna need a fair amount of null oil in, I think.
Would not surprise me.
Yeah. This grate here, because I've not got it undercoated in black, I think the null oil's the only way it's gonna bring out the divots. I mean, it doesn't look awful, but it will look much better with that null oil.
Still need to learn how to do like these shiny gemstones properly.
Yeah, I think it's just layering lighter colours on top of each other in such a way that it looks like it's reflecting light.
That's the thing, if you've got like a spherical object, it's trying to figure out where's the best place to put the start highlight from.
Yeah, and you got to do it consistently on the same model.
Mm-hmm.
If you've got multiple gems.
Like this guy does.
Yeah.
Because there's like all these little round balls. Energy balls that he's got on.
Balls of steel.
Oh, I wish that game had been better. Nukem Forever. There was some nice jokes in it, but it was just not good.
No. I mean, would you say that the original Duke Nukems were good?
Yes.
Okay.
Just because they're so goddamn cheesy.
Exactly. The cheesiness is what makes them good. Whereas, whereas as a game, they weren't necessarily as good as you remember. Maybe contentious point.
There's a little could have a little bit better, to be honest. I mean, going back, it's almost the same as like the Serious Sam series.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
That's just so goddamn ridiculous.
Yeah, there was a certain subset of video games that were a bit like that.
It's like surreal shooters. Almost.
Started as Doom clones and then just tried to make things even more ridiculous. Okay. Right, so I am going to just finish rinsing this paintbrush off there. Right. Let's just give the Discord a quick check to see if there's any anything that people have posted. Oh, Heavy is typing apparently. Heavy Tuna 2777. It was good. 1 second. Oh, cool. Oh, so there's a bit of a chat going on. Sound. Oh, we've got Fern, who's put an image on there, so I'll bring that up there. Very nice. Thousand Suns. Look at that bad boy there. Lovely Thousand Suns. And a second image there. Loving the green on those eyes. That is pretty cool. Right, so in terms of budget, you've already shown your model, but give us another glimpse.
Right.
Look at that. Whoa. Whereas I have begun to right, I'm going to just fade my camera out there. So I've got me tank tracks on there, which are, I've got that extra level of detail, which just brings it out a bit, I think. I've got this side, I've got some metal colours going on there now, so it's starting to look a little bit more complete. And yeah, the guns next time, I think. We'll put the guns on. Sexy! Well, thank you very much. Okay. Okay, so thank you so much to everyone who's been here. It's been amazing. So thank you so much to Fern, to Beerbo Baggins. Also thanks to Beerbo Baggins for the bits. Much appreciated. Thank you to Phil for popping down as well and reminiscing with us. Mr. Badger, you do all sorts of artistry on your channel. Tell us about that.
Allow me to quickly continue this pork scratching. Yes, you can join me on Tuesdays and Wednesdays for art. Goodness. Tuesdays you can join me for my drawing stream. Wednesdays you can join me for my painting stream. All of that happens at 4 p.m. GMT.
It's well worth a visit. So pop over to Firepower Badger's channel and give him a follow. How far are you away from being affiliate now?
I don't know, I think it's like 6 or 7 people.
6 or 7 people. So go on, you know you want to. This channel, the next stream we're going to do is going to do Wednesday. Wednesdays is in a little bit of flux at the moment. I don't know what to do with Wednesdays, so I think it's just going to be whatever I feel like at the time. I'm actually contemplating doing a solo painting stream, maybe.
Well, if you get yourself some, well, you could do all your bulk stuff like the Imperial Guards. Maybe.
We'll see what happens with that. It's either going to be a little bit more of Humankind or a painting stream. On Saturdays and Sundays we do Let's Play stuff. So we've got currently ongoing. We've got Humankind. We've got Dakar Squadron, which I need to go back to at some point. We've got Mech Warrior 5. And yeah, so join us for that. And Mondays 6:30 p.m. This happens every week. So come back and join us next time. Thank you so much to everyone who's been here, and we will see you next time.